Today on the Ask BP podcast, we're talking about, should I flip houses at a distance? Stay tuned to find out.
You're listening to another BiggerPockets Ask BP podcast, where you'll hear short, direct answers to your biggest real estate questions. Submit your question today on Facebook, Twitter, or the BiggerPockets forums by using hashtag AskBP. And don't forget to pick up your copy of the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Real Estate Investing and other great content when you sign up for your free account at BiggerPockets.com. With that, let's get to the show.
Hey, what is going on, everyone? My name is Brandon, and you are listening and or watching the Ask BP podcast, where every day of the week, we address your biggest, burning, deepest real estate investing questions. And so today, we're talking about flipping, and not just normal flipping, but we're talking about flipping at a distance. So the question today comes from Michael B. from Ontario, California, and Michael simply asked, should I consider flipping at a distance? I think Michael's coming from this standpoint of he doesn't have maybe local deals that he can flip in his neighborhood or in his town. What should he do? Well, Michael, let me talk about that for a little bit. First of all, my short, quick, easy answer is no. But let me expound upon that. The reason I say no right away is because flipping is very, very tough, especially for a newbie, somebody who's just getting started. Flipping is not an easy thing. A lot of people lose money on their first flip because there's a lot of things you have to get right. So imagine doing that at home. It's tough enough. Imagine doing it at 1,000 miles away, 500 miles away, 3,000 miles away, whatever. It is really tough. Because flipping houses is not just about finding a house, fixing it up, and selling it. I like to think of flipping houses as being, you have to be good at three things. And that is, number one, you have to be good at numbers. Number two, you have to be good at systems. And number three, you have to be good at managing people. So at a distance, the numbers are pretty easy. You can look on the MLS and you can look at other places to find good deals. Maybe you can find some that pencil out. However, the numbers are only 1/3 of your success in flipping houses. The other two are dealing with the systems and dealing with the people. And by systems, I mean, systems and people are kind of closely related, but systems is just the getting people in there, making sure everyone's held accountable, making sure the process moves forward, picking out materials, using the same thing. A lot of flippers actually get kind of bored over time. The ones that are really, really heavy flippers that do a lot of flipping, they get pretty bored with their business because it's always the same. Same carpet, same paint, same contractor, same this. It just over and over and over and over. It gets kind of mundane for them. Now, when you're trying to do this for the first time ever from a long distance away, you won't have systems, you won't have people. Now, maybe that's different. Maybe for some reason, there's a weird reason why you have, those systems and people in another area, but most likely you don't. So you'll be developing that from the ground up. Furthermore, it is really, really tough to fully understand a market that is not yours. A lot of people make the mistake of they get their market and then they go invest somewhere else and they totally misunderstood what that market is all about. They don't even understand it. They don't understand why one street is worth double the other street over. They don't understand what the school districts are like. I mean, the numbers on a page, and that you can see school ratings and you can see things like that online, but there's something about knowing your neighborhood and knowing the spirit of your town that is just so helpful. And when you're trying to do it at a distance, you don't have that advantage. So that's why flipping at a distance is very tough. Now, there are ways to do it. There are people who have succeeded at it. Anything's possible when you put your mind to it, right? My mom and dad always said that. But it's just very, very difficult. So I want to caution you that up front. I would highly recommend become good at flipping local first, at home where you are. I believe you can flip anywhere. I mean, flipping houses is a valid business, especially in today's market, pretty much anywhere in the country, or at least within an hour drive of where you live. I would rather see you invest within an hour or two where you could drive there and you can meet contractors, you could take care of that stuff. I'd much rather see you do that than go invest at another state or even another country, try to flip houses like that. There's just too many things that can go wrong, and you have to keep jumping on an airplane or paying big bucks to somebody and having things taken advantage. I mean, there's just so many problems and potential risks with a flip, and when you're not there directly to manage it, it can be hard. Now, if you do want to flip at a distance, there is a way to do it, and I would recommend considering the idea of a partner, finding somebody who has boots on the ground in that area to handle the flip. For example, my buddy Jay Scott, who wrote the book on flipping houses, which you can pick up at biggerpockets.com/flipping book, he lives outside of Washington, D.C., but for years and years, he lived in Atlanta, and so he's still doing some flips and some spec spec builds down in the Atlanta market, but that is because two things. One, he knows that market really well because he lived there, and two, he's got partners that are doing the flips for him down there. He's got project managers as well as actual partners who are managing the day in and day out. So if you're going to do the long distance flip, make sure you have those partners or the other boots on the ground that can help you to do that correctly. So hopefully that helps Michael with the idea of should you flip at a long distance. Again, I would say generally no, unless you want to take a massive risk. And if so, make sure you do it the right way. So with that, before we get out of here, let's cover today's success quote of the day. And that comes from Oscar Wilde, who said, "What seems to us as bitter trials are often blessings in disguise." So keep that in mind this week. And let's get out of here. For the Ask BP podcast, my name is Brandon. And remember, in pursuit of your goals, dreams, and aspirations, don't just learn, but take action. See you guys around.
You've just heard another episode of the BiggerPockets Ask BP podcast. Submit your question today on Facebook, Twitter, or the BiggerPockets forum by using hashtag AskBP. And for more incredible real estate investing tools and education, including a free download of our book, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Real Estate Investing, head over to BiggerPockets.com and sign up for your free account today. We'll see you on the next show.